The Buu saga saw things for the citizens of Earth go downhill at a rapid pace. Despite an outright power advantage, the Dragon Team constantly came upon struggle after struggle, both in trying to stop Majin Buu to be revived, all the way over to stopping Buu from destroying the Earth entirely. Situations of what could have been quick victories turned into sudden and surprising defeats at the hands of Buu, and that is very similar to what's continuing to happen in the continuation of our story, What If Raditz Fought Goku at Kame House. If you're new to this channel, stop. Part 1 of the series is right above my head. I know, there's a lot of parts to get through, but trust me, it's worth the wait, and I'll see you when you catch up. And if you are not yet subscribed to this channel, please subscribe and like the video. It helps me out immensely. In our last part, we saw an absolutely devastating turn of events as Gotenks was promptly absorbed by Buugeta. Just as Gotenks went in for the kill, Buu revealed that with Vegeta's knowledge, he used the yard-riding technique of spirit fission and promptly dismissed the fusion. All this was at the witness of both Raditz and Goku, who know the fusion dance, but became quickly aware that if they attempted it themselves, it could lead to the very same result. In addition to that, Piccolo also watched it happen through the world of the Kais, and knowing that he is himself a fused being, knows that even though he is very powerful right now, and easily hands down the strongest of the entire Dragon Team, he can't really contribute very much here, because the same fate could befall him. With Gohan still finishing up his ultimate training, things are looking pretty bleak right now, but can they turn it around? Let's find out. I can't believe it! That could have been my daughter! It isn't any better that it isn't mine, but... What? What are we supposed to do now, Kakarot? Raditz was seething in anger. To put these children in danger like that, all for a victory that never even came, it wasn't something he could understand. Goku, he didn't seem too angered about it though. In fact, he was fairly stoic, as if he was still thinking, trying to formulate another strategy, as if his own child being absorbed wasn't something that he even needed to register right now. But then he spoke up. Raditz, I know it's in our Saiyan nature to get angry about this, but we can't afford that right now. We've lost too many people, and believe me, I'm just as mad as you are. But we can't afford to make these mistakes anymore. We're gonna fix this, but we have to work together. 17, can you hold him off for a little bit?
Ha ha ha! 17 holds me off all by himself? He couldn't even handle me with his sister and your brother. What makes you think that alone he can do anything? But fair enough. If you have another plan, I want the challenge. Go ahead. I'll fight 17 alone.
You heard that ugly pink blob. I guess I am worthy enough to try and hold him off alone. But you need to remember something, Goku. I just lost my sister, so I'm a little angry too. So the next idea that you come up with, well, it needs to be the one that succeeds. Goku gave 17 a firm nod before he put 2 fingers onto his head. It took him a little bit to focus, to figure out where he was going, but eventually he disappeared, and shortly thereafter, Raditz did as well. They appeared on the world of the Kais next to Piccolo, feeling his presence with relative ease given his strength. From there, they observed the battle between 17 and Buugeta while they tried to formulate a plan. 17 was actually holding his own quite well. They were entirely unaware of the fact that he had learned how to fight a little bit better by himself, so the teamwork tactics were actually bogging him down a bit. But they could also tell that this wasn't going to last forever, so they needed to figure out something pretty quickly.
I know for a fact I'm significantly stronger than him right now, but Vegeta's spirit fission technique really does put me into a bind. Honestly, if I had the time to do it, I'd go to Planet Yard Ride and learn it for myself right now. But I don't. Right now, it seems like Gohan's the only hope.
As of right now, Gohan's training is not yet done. There should be only about an hour left. But I think I might have an idea in order to stall for more time. Shin took off his earrings. If one person places one of these earrings onto their left ear, and another onto the right, they will be fused together. But, unlike the Metamorum fusion that you've used thus far, it is meant to be permanent. It might be harder for spirit fission to be used on it. Unlike in the original series, not a lot of debate had to be had here. Raditz and Goku were definitely willing to do it. For the sake of Earth, their kids and everyone else being saved, this could definitely be a viable option, at least to buy some time. They agree, and each of them grab an earring. But some of the words that Piccolo had said hung on Goku's ears. He remembered that thought, spear fission. What if they had known it themselves? What if they could pull them out of them? It was something for him to keep in mind. Maybe, just maybe, there was something they could do themselves about it. They each put on an earring and their bodies began to fly towards each other. Through a brilliant flash of light, Radito was born. Back on Earth, Android 17 had made a terrible mistake. A miscalculation in his attack that left him wide open, and Buugeta was about to take advantage of the situation. Just as he tried, however, he was promptly shut down by a hand, stopping him right in his tracks. He looked around to see a new foe, but he immediately recognized some familiar features.
Is this another fusion to fight me? How did you not learn your lesson the first time, Saiyans? Which ones are you? Kakarot and Raditz? I thought as much. Learn your lesson.
Buugeta attempted to use Spirit Fission on them, but they moved away too quickly. As he attempted to close the gap again, he was smacked in the face with a double sundae. And every single time he tried to get closer, it was just distance attack after distance attack. He couldn't catch him, and his time drug on and on. He was wondering how long this fusion was going to last. Radito, seemingly out of nowhere, was bragging over and over again. He was taunting Buu, and let it slip that this fusion was permanent. Buugeta's knowledge of fusion made him aware that the Metamorum fusion was temporary, so it wasn't something to even try and absorb to begin with. But a permanent fusion? Oh, this is enticing. Radito seemed to be getting cockier throughout the battle, amping himself into Super Saiyan and just pummeling Buu. But he wasn't as careful anymore. He was letting Buu get closer and closer as he was attempting to taunt him and just utterly destroy his character. Every single bit of Buu's ego is being chipped away at him, and he was becoming unbelievably frustrated. Heck, he got so cocky at one point that he even got turned into candy and was still pummeling Buu. A jawbreaker was destroying this pink blob, this monstrosity that was, just moments ago, undefeatable. But Buu did have a backup plan. As he was fighting Android 17, he realized that whatever was going to come at him next could very well be an answer that would be able to defeat him. And if it is someone that has the potential to defeat him, it may also be someone that's worthy of being absorbed to increase his own power. When Buu got the chance, he enacted his plan and managed to absorb Radito, much like Vegeta was in the original series. But this was Goku's secret plan all along, hoping that somehow, some way, they would have the power to remain conscious within Buu and rescue the people inside. Was it a dumb plan? Absolutely. But did it work? Of course it did. Events proceed much like they do in the original series, except in Vegeta's place, Raditz was. They managed to get everyone out of Buu's body and escape just as Kid Buu was beginning to be born. As Goku and Raditz stood there confused, Shin appeared with Piccolo and Gohan in tow. The newly born Kid Buu immediately began charging up an attack capable of destroying the planet several times over. That's the Kid Buu I remember, the one that devastated all of the Kais millions of years ago. This is what he does. He's irrational. He acts like a child. We need to stop him. If not here, then we need to draw him to the world of the Kais.
No more retreating. This may be the Kame in me speaking, but there's still people on Earth alive. We need to protect them. We need to restore the Earth to what it was, not let it get destroyed and retreat again. Let's finish this now. There's plenty of us here.
Shin looked at Piccolo with amazement at his resolve, and the rest of the Dragon Team nodded their heads in agreement. The Planet Burst attack was let loose just as the Dragon Team made their way right to Kid Buu. Piccolo diverted his attention to stop it in its tracks, while Goku, Ultimate Gohan, and Raditz went after Kid Buu themselves. And that's where we're going to be leaving things for right now. If you guys have stuck around with this series for this long, please check out this brand new series where Chi-Chi herself is a Saiyan. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye!